Soft, melancholic piano music begins to play with the faint sound of rain. A gentle, slightly accented voice begins to speak. Oh, darling, you wouldn't believe the things one encounters. Honestly. It's like you build up this little world, this gilded cage of expectations, and then reality just laughs in your face. I've always been, shall we say, particular. It stems from my upbringing, you see. Back in it docent matter where. Let's just say it was a place where the smallest imperfection was treated as a moral failing. My grandmother, bless her soul, she'd spend hours polishing silver until it gleamed like a forgotten star. She always said, a beautiful surface reflects a beautiful soul, my child. Such quaint notions, aren't they? Still, it instilled in me a certain standard. A yearning for elegance, for order, for things to simply be correct. It's a curse, really. And Brunel University London, it was supposed to be a step up. I'd gotten offers from places that frankly understood the weight of a pedigree, but it was closer to home. A practical consideration, my mother insisted. Don't be foolish, Anya. Sentimentality is a luxury you cannot afford. A sigh. Mothers, always so pragmatic, but oh, the folly of listening to pragmatism. It started, as these things often do, with a subtle discordance. I attended an open day, you see. A lovely, sunny afternoon, or at least it should have been. But finding the place was like navigating a labyrinth designed by a particularly malicious deity. No signage, staff milling about looking utterly lost themselves. People just wandering, asking each other like shipwrecked souls clinging to driftwood. It felt disrespectful, as if they didn't want prospective students there. Like we were an inconvenience, the audacity, honestly. And then I spoke to a lecturer about my circumstances. I had to medically suspend my previous studies, a rather unpleasant affair involving a rather aggressive bout of bronchitis and a questionable hospital. I thought reasonably that explaining this would elicit some semblance of empathy, some acknowledgement. Instead, his entire demeanor shifted. It was chilling. He looked at me like I was contaminated, as if my vulnerability was a personal affront. He practically sneered when I mentioned my previous qualifications. It wasn't about my potential, darling. It was about a perceived lack of guarantee. They want numbers, statistics, shiny, perfect little robots destined for lucrative careers. And the admissions team, don't even get me started. They practically cackled when I cautiously inquired about transfer options. Oh honey, the woman said, with a sugary sweetness that dripped with condescension, with just a high education qualification. Don't bother, just dismissed, like I was some sort of insignificant speck. It felt profoundly dehumanizing. The piano music becomes slightly more dissonant, but it wasn't just the initial impression, was it? It was the unraveling, the slow, agonizing realization that this institution wasn't merely indifferent. It was actively hostile to the well-being of its students. I started hearing whispers, you see, dark little rumors circulating like poison in the hallways about the mental health team. They fired them just like that, vanished, leaving a void where support should have been, apparently budget cuts. As if a student's sanity is a frivolous expense. Can you imagine a young person struggling with, well, anything, really, and being met with nothing but bureaucratic indifference? It's monstrous. It's like ripping away a lifeline while someone is drowning. I've seen that before in my country, people left to their own devices. It's a specific kind of cruelty, isn't it? And it wasn't just talk, darling. I met students who were genuinely terrified. Students with anxiety, with depression, with disabilities that required accommodation. But there was nothing. No on-campus therapy, no readily available soup.
Port, just a cold, echoing silence. One girl, sweet little thing, she told me she hadn't slept in.
Okay, here is the soft, almost melancholic music begins. A slightly accented, measured tone of voice begins to speak. Right, let's talk about the area surrounding Brunel University London. Not the university itself, which, from what I understand, is adequate. No, we are focusing on the businesses around it, and well, it's a little disheartening, isn't it? After spending time sifting through what people have to say, the impression I've been left with is that businesses near Brunel University London, they often feel like a missed opportunity, a grey area, like a hopeful drawing someone started and, well, just didn't finish. They are generally a little sad. I've gone through a sizable collection of feedback from recent visitors and longtime locals, and it paints a consistent picture. A picture that makes a person want to clutch their wallet a little tighter and maybe pack their own snacks. Let's start with the spaces designed for leisure, for ease. Places like the Chimes shopping centre. It's telling that many people mention a large metallic object obstructing walkways. A Tesla, apparently, standing there, just being. It's a fitting symbol, really. An expensive, shiny thing getting in the way of basic functionality. I imagine, for those with mobility issues, that's not a metaphor. It's a physical barrier, compounded by a lack of clear signage directing you to working lifts. It's a small thing, the absence of a sign, but it speaks volumes. It suggests a certain degree of disregard, and the lifts themselves are an ongoing problem, it seems, both out of service, repeatedly, prams stuck, people disoriented, a vague instruction to navigate through the cinema, a haunting thought. You go to grab a coffee and end up embroiled in a silent, lift-related quest. It almost feels intentional. The reports of a store simply being absent, records not updated, adds to this feeling. It's as if the place is slowly fading, piece by piece, like a photograph left out in the sun. And let's not dwell on the 3-hour mirror occupation. Honestly, what is happening? It's something, isn't it? A little slice of quiet, inexplicable despair. Then there's the matter of personal care. The massage company, a beacon of supposed relaxation, seems to be a hotbed for complications. And the complaints aren't about the massage itself, necessarily, though some find it average. No, the issues reside in the transaction. Aggressive and, frankly, underhanded membership sign-ups, automatic payments, cancellation fees, and a general air of manipulation. People are reporting feeling actively trapped. It feels sickening. The stories of unsuspecting customers finding themselves locked into year-long contracts they never agreed to. Being told your money won't be refunded. To feel like you're battling a system designed to extract funds with little regard for fairness. It's distressing. And then the reports of inappropriate behavior during massages. A therapist moving underwear, unwanted comments. It makes my stomach clench, the thought of someone's attempt at relaxation being contaminated by that. It's a betrayal of trust, and the experience isn't consistent. Some are left feeling ignored, calls unanswered, emails lost in the ether. It's as though the company prioritizes acquisition over care. A beautiful, sinister accuracy. They feel empty. Moving along, let's discuss dining. Lahore Kebab House. Now food is meant to nourish, to bring joy. But the reports, they are deeply concerning. Oily food, tiny portions, a consistent feeling of disappointment, and then the kicker, the insistence on cash only under the guise of a faulty card machine. A classic, isn't it? A subtle but unmistakable touch of something, a little something lurking beneath the surface, an attempt to avoid scrutiny. It's insult to injury. You're already receiving subpar food, and now you're being asked to participate in a transaction that feels evasive.
I find my pulse quickens just thinking about it, and the reports of stale food, unpleasant smells, it speaks of a larger issue, a lack of pride perhaps, a resignation to mediocrity. The pantry sounds similarly afflicted. Dreams of beautiful handcrafted cakes dissolving into bitter disappointment, incorrect orders, faulty ingredients, a disturbing pattern of product quality control. They have very bad energy, it appears. And the reports regarding the catering to customers that were rude, that is unforgivable. It sounds like a place where a heartfelt creation has
script content. So I was looking into scams near Brunel University London, and like people here can be so sneaky sometimes. It's sad, Tourists just come for fun, and then boom, someone tricks them. Like businesses near Brunel University London, some of them are too good at convincing you to buy fake stuff. There was this one souvenir shop, super cute, looked legit, but they were selling authentic London souvenirs that were just cheap plastic. Tourists would pay like 20 for a keychain that breaks in a day. And the worst part, the shopkeeper would smile like it was normal. What happened next? Probably the tourist realized too late, felt stupid, and the shop's still there, still scamming. And then, oh my god, the taxi scams. Not all, but some drivers near Brunel University London love to forget to turn on the meter. You get in, you think it's fine, then bam, 50 for a 5-minute ride. And if you argue, they act like you're the crazy one. What happened next? The tourist probably paid because they were scared, then cried in their hotel room. And the driver probably did it again the next day. Oh, and restaurants. Some places near Brunel University London add service charges you didn't agree to. You get the bill and suddenly there's an extra 10 just because. If you ask, they say, oh, it's policy, but really, it's a scam. The tourist probably paid, left a bad review, and the restaurant's still doing it. It's just why. Why trick people who just want to enjoy their trip? Brunel University London is cool, but some people here make it hard to trust anyone. You gotta be careful, Sai.